with FIBA and all that good stuff. Yeah, America wound up losing yesterday, actually, but that's okay because they're still in the quarterfinals and all that good stuff. Also, we had, just some really good women's basketball games as well too this weekend, and we had a little fight over in the UK with Chris Eubank getting his sweet revenge over Liam Smith. So that was pretty huge for him and Bo Mack and all those guys that were involved in that. So that's pretty much a quick refresher of what happened this weekend. But let's get into the top of the news, and that's going to be this. And number 8, FSU crushes number 5, LSU 45-24 in College Kickoff Classic. Where should the Noles rank after this big win? Well, I would say that the Noles could move possibly right up to that number 5 spot, or they could easily move into the number 4 spot this week because, it's early in the season and, we're really not determining exactly where these teams are going to be at as of yet. But I would say that Florida State looked like a top 5 team last night. And Jordan Travise is a absolute gem. And I know that everybody was talking about Shadir Sanders and Travis Hunter like the whole weekend. But Jordan Travise probably gets my Player of the Week award because he stepped up in the biggest game and had the biggest moments. He literally started this thing off with a 40-yard touchdown to show that the Florida State Seminoles are back. It's no more this talk about when and where and how. This team is officially back, and they have the quarterback, they have the athletes, they have the defense, they have everything in place to put them in position to be the Florida State Seminoles, the team that we haven't seen for the last 5, 6, 7 years. But now this team has returned, and they made sure to send a statement last night to LSU, a team that's coming in with a whole lot of hype this season. I know because I'm somebody who was very hyped up about them as well too this year. So I just truly feel that a lot of people really do understand that when it comes to these type of games, this is a good measurement to show you exactly how these teams are going to operate, for the rest of the season. Now, LSU lost to Florida State last year, and that really didn't affect anything moving down the road. They wound up still only losing 2 games last year. They wound up still getting their Alabama upset. So, LSU they'll take this loss and they'll learn from it, just like anybody else would. And they didn't, we didn't feel like it was going to finish this way. I had LSU, to be honest with you, last night. Even though I'm high on Florida State this year, I still felt that LSU was the better team because I feel like LSU can win the national championship this year. And they still are a possible national championship contender. But last night pretty much showed that it's levels to this, and they're probably not on the level of the top tier teams, and that means that when you look at it, it's going to be a tough game for them when they play in the SEC, but it's not going to be a game where you're going to go in there with the biggest confidence in the world after you saw what happened. But you already know that by the time we get to that point of the season, this team will be a whole brand new team. There was a lot of things that had to get worked out last night. Jaden Daniels, actually, he had a great first half, bad second half. So it happens, so pretty much we have a lot of different things to talk about today, especially in the college football world. But I'm going to run these stats real quick just so everybody knows how good Jordan Travise was the other night. Jordan Travise, 342 yards. He threw for 4 touchdowns yesterday. He ran for a touchdown yesterday. So he had a total of 5 of the 6 touchdowns for Florida State yesterday. He also threw an interception, but that wasn't a big deal. He went 23 for 31. And once again, I said he threw for 342 yards and completed 74% of his passes last night. So this is absolutely, top pick worthy, and I know that everybody, Caleb Williams all weekend, Shadir Sanders all weekend. But LSU has a lot of guys that are going to be playing at the next level. And he absolutely cooked those boys last night. So with that, Florida State starts off the season with a resounding win over a very, very top flight game LSU team that just was caught off guard and out of wits last night. So with that, we move forward. Let's go ahead and jump into our next topic, and we will go take